Hello, my name is Isabella Samuel, candidate number 2032, currently enrolled in Lauderhill 612 STEM Med, and today I will be talking about my 2-minute film, Opening. My film focuses on an individual named Monica. She struggles to make friends, always being by herself and getting talked about by others. This is shown as she walks into the classroom, keeping her head down, not once being greeted by the others in the classroom. The bullies speak about her friend, Patsy, and how it can relate to her strange behavior, which obviously irritates Monica since she immediately leaves the classroom. Even after knowing about her distress, they still continue to make fun of her, which really shows how cruel this environment is for her. She is later found in the closet yelling at herself to stop the voices. It is safe to assume Monica was not in the right state of mind, especially after the friend comment causing her so much distress, she sadly shut up the school. Monica felt stuck, especially because she lost someone that she really, really cared about, her friend being Lindsay. After her death, she did not feel like herself, causing her to hear voices and seeing her everywhere she went, which is why she is found talking to herself in the classroom and in the closet. You can also see Lindsay standing above Monica as she casually stares at her. Lindsay is found towering over Monica because of the strong impact she has on her, telling her to do things that she obviously does not want to do, as Monica is always telling her to stop. But because she has no one else to talk to and always being treated horrible by others, she has no other choice and feels like she has to listen to her only best friend. Me and my group members understand this is a dark topic, but because this has happened so many times around the world, we really wanted to show and get the message out to others that this is really something that needs to be looked over. A common problem that has been revolving around the world are school shootings, especially in the U.S., which just recently one occurred. Things like this are happening around the world either because of those who are entitled, wanting to be famous for being a mass murderer, feel as if they have to be superior, or those who struggle in school settings like Monica with constant hatred from others when she herself never caused trouble. When someone is always getting bullied, and the school system does not help them, they feel like they have to take matters into their own hands. And hearing about so many casualties within the victims, not much is portrayed to show the killer's point of view about what can drive them to the extent. And this perfectly makes sense because no killer should be praised as if they were successful. But picking this point of view is a great way to catch someone's attention because of how curious the mind is, always wanting to know what leads people to harm. And an example would be the Jeffrey Dahmer case itself. It deals with a man who killed 17 young men, and after his death, the world wanted his brains to be scanned to pinpoint what triggered him to this extent. Even though it is not society's right place to know about why exactly the killer killed these victims, and more so of the victims' parents that need to understand that issue, they still go ahead anyways just to fulfill their needs, not thinking about others. So the best way to get this out to these people and feed them this curiosity is through Netflix, which has 231 million downloads, YouTube, that has 2.6 billion downloads, or Hulu, which has 39.7 million downloads. These platforms are already used to creating films about school shootings just to get people to understand and hear out the problems that are going on and actually do something. One being a film called If Anything Happens, I Love You, which is found on Netflix, showcasing a sad couple who grew apart because of losing their dearest daughter in a tragic accident at school. And this makes sense because what happens towards the parents after they figure out they've lost someone just because of some random kid or adult who decided to bring a gun to school? They obviously feel hurt. They feel like they've lost a part of them. And YouTube has also created something like this, instead being a commercial, which is called Back to His School Essentials, where the kids use their school supplies that they bought from, Walmart or any store to escape or try to survive from the school shooter, which is sad because instead of using those school items to obviously do their school work, they're using it just to survive. This allows the film to be easily accessible and get points across multiple people, since seeing something like this is not new to them on such platforms, being the reason why picking Netflix, YouTube, or Hulu is the best way to go. With this being such a sad topic, of course, no emotional distress happened along the way because we did not go into detail since it is an opening and with the mean comments that had to be made towards Michaela, who played as Monica. But she is okay. We made sure not to say anything harsh or, make her feel like she's an outcast. And we, of course, made sure that she was okay before and after the recording, just to be safe. Creating this film did take a lot of work, but, it was a bit exciting. And before our point to go across, it took a lot to get the settings and the camera angles correct, especially since we kind of moved away from the blueprint since a lot of settings changed due to us being a little behind. So a dark closeted area for Monica to hide in helps demonstrate how isolated she is and that her world is just filled with darkness because of what she had to endure, including a high-angle shot to continue the vulnerability. We even had many bloopers that occurred while shooting, of course, that I'm willing to show you right now.
Yeah, so it'll go from like here to here, and then it'll clear up.
Okay.
Oh, Mario.
No, don't record it just yet. Weird.
Regarding all the filming that had to be done, thankfully we did not have to worry about the quality, about how our film would turn out, especially because we provided a Canon Rebel T7 DSLR camera, which was pretty easy to use, especially because our teacher told us the mechanics of it. But we usually just use the recording button and the zoom in and zoom out feature on the camera. We did not do much with the lighting. We just clicked on white fluorescent light because that's what we were under. But the rest of the camera work was dealt with our friend Ethan, who knows much more about cameras. Most of our struggles came with CapCut, which we used to edit our film. At first we did use Premiere Pro, but that required us to pay. Because editing is new to all of us, there were some troubles, of course, but the CapCut had a lot of instructions, applications on telling us what each section does. So majority of the editing dealt with some clips being, cuts or voiceovers of the team. That took a lot to try to match up or to slow down or speed up with what they were saying. Because of the background being so loud, we had to, add voiceovers, of course. And it was quite time consuming. However, the outcome was amazing, and we were surely delighted at what we had created with our strong minds, including the fact that this took so long to think about and to do, with so many ideas being on our mind on like what type of horror, what type of thriller, is a psychological thriller, and all the types of genres that we wanted to do, drama and comedy. But got it done. We viewed it all. It looked amazing. Then again, this experience was quite fun, and we would love to do something like this again next year. And I hope this fulfilled everybody's needs, and hope you guys enjoyed our journey. But this is finally goodbye, and I wish and hope everyone well.